you list the places that you want to work. But I never listed being an entrepreneur. But I did.
You go into some stores and people will say, "Good morning, can I help you?" And they really don't mean it.
Because recognize grit.
In my business, it's not just so much important that I dress them, but that when they come, there's a sense of completion.
Yes.
Welcome to Dress and Address. This is Constance Boothe, your hostess, MadameButterfly2.com. That's MadameButterflyTOO.com. Let me tell you something about Madame Butterfly. Madame Butterfly is known for dressing women and dressing men and dressing them up and dressing them down and letting them know what's up and what's down and what's hot and what's not in fashion. But now we're going to do something a little different. We're going to take the time to address you. Let me give you a little secret. When I wake up in the morning, the first thing I look at is my ceiling fan. And I look up there and I start getting centered and thinking about what I want my day to look like, what I'm going to do. And then this is the time when I start to put my feet on the floor. And the next thing I do after taking my shower is get ready for my coffee, because I can't have a day without Cafe Bartique. And this brings me to the guest that I'm going to have with you now to introduce you to, Miss Angela Ingraham, the owner of Cafe Bartique. It is the place that one goes to get the cup of coffee to start your day in the right way. Now, without further ado, I introduce my friend, and let me tell you something, we become friends. Anybody that you see 6 days out of every week, and sometimes it's 7, but we try to give God a break. 6 days out of every week has got to be your friend, and Angela and her family and her establishment fit that mode.
Thank you so much,
This is my
dear. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. It's amazing. My friends and my family, everyone who knows me, and know you, I mean, they know that you're coming 6 to 7 days a week.
It's the truth. It's what we do.
It is.
I mean, it's
From the
what we
beginning,
do.
though. Like, this is from the first or second time you came in.
Third
Then
day.
we started seeing you every day.
You didn't get tired of her?
Absolutely not. That's how our relationship grew into a friendship. So,
Yes.
of course not.
No. Well, what I find is you have the environment that cultivates that. There are places you can go and get some coffee, and it's really nice, and you say, "Hey, how you doing?" But when you go into Cafe Bartique, you know they really mean it. You go into some stores and people will say, "Good morning, can I help you?" And they really don't mean it. You know that everyone that you speak and encounter when you go to Cafe Bartique has a similar flavor, not only in the coffee, but in their spirits. And I think it has something to do with the people that you've brought in to represent you. They're reflections of you.
Absolutely.
They really, truly are. I can't even imagine. There's not one person that I've ever experienced in there that I felt like, they'll be out of here in a minute. Because it's not. You take your time, just like you take the time with the way you prepare your menus, your coffee and everything, with the people that represent you. So tell me about the culture. Tell me how you got into coffee. First of all, tell me about Angela. Where are you from? I want people to know you because, let me tell you something. She's special. If you can't feel it, that's the deal. So go ahead, Angela. Tell them. Where are you from?
My name is Angela Ingraham. I'm originally from a small town in Mississippi, Aberdeen, Mississippi. I come from a line of restaurateurs, 3 generations. My grandmother, my mother, my great-grandmother, my grandmother. I was in corporate America, and girl, I thought I had my dream job. I was a program manager for Nordstrom. Oh my God, the discount was excellent.
Oh God,
Yes.
Are you still there?
No.
Dead.
It was excellent. Their values align with mine. I was like, oh God, this is great. This is one of the lists. You know, you list the places that you want to work, but I never listed being an entrepreneur. But I did see that with my family, so I got this great job. I flew from Atlanta to Seattle every couple of months.
Oh, I love it.
And it was great, I thought, but I still was unhappy. I still wasn't sleeping. I just wasn't fulfilled. I was still having imposter syndrome, you know, going into these meetings, the only one of them look like me. And
of course.
And then having ideas and have other people turn them and twist them or make them sound different, even though I gave them the idea.
Or make them theirs.
That's what I'm saying. They changed the words of what I'm like, I just said that. But yeah, that happened too many times. It's just a frustrating place to be where you don't feel like you're seen or valued most of the time in corporate America. So I had to find something to do. So I quit my job. I didn't have another job.
You quit the job.
I quit the job that I said was my
Lord.
that I thought was my dream job, right? I quit that job without a job. But what I did have was a very supportive, very loyal, very caring husband.
Oh, he is.
Yes, because he's like, you're not sleeping. So when you don't sleep, I don't sleep. So what does it take for you to be happy? What does it take for you to be fulfilled? Because clearly this is not it. Even though he would come to Seattle sometimes with me, you know, he would work from there too. So he's like, this just not it, babe. So I quit my job and we bought a couple of cars and did Turo. Like I would wash the cars, take them to the airport. I was hustling, girl. But I was not, I wasn't.
You were doing the Uber kind of thing?
We bought some cars and we rented them out and take them to the airport and people would rent them.
Okay.
Yeah, so I did that. So I would be at the car wash at 9:00 at night I'm washing these cars, getting them ready to rent out. So I did that for about a year and a half, just trying to replace my income as much as possible without, you know, burdening my husband with all the things of taking care of us. But we did that. And then I found a house to renovate and flip over in the Cascade area. And I had drove by this coffee shop, the previous one before, but I saw it was empty. So my friend goes and she's like, look at this place. You should just look at it. I know your family, because she's come to our functions like, oh my God, you guys, you know, do so well with hospitality. You could just see all of that and everything that you guys do. You guys you could totally do this. And so I'm like, I'll look at it, but I never said I want to open up a coffee shop, but I'll look at it, you know, just to see. So she takes me to this coffee shop, to 2315 Cascade, where we're located.
Yes.
And I walk in the door, and I did not want to like it. I loved it. And I saw myself there. I walked in the door, Constance, and saw myself there. I saw myself being a part of that community. I saw myself meeting new people. I saw myself serving my community. So that's how Cafe Bartique got started. Went home, talked to this awesome man that I told you that I married, and said, how much money do we have? He was like, can you give me 48 hours? Let me just think on it first. He actually gave me the answer in 24 and was like, if that's what you want to do, you got my support and our savings. Let's do this. So that's how Cafe Bartique got started.
Wow. You have the support of a good man, and you have now the support of a community.
Absolutely.
But first and foremost, you had support of the God that lives within you. And I'm not here trying to make this a religious podcast, but you know what? This is my spot.
Yes.
Okay? And we're going to bring in what works in here.
Absolutely.
And it's apparent in your spot that there's something higher than just you.
Absolutely.
And it's obvious by the people that live there. And I hope some of them are going to be looking at this podcast, because I really want them to buy more than one cup of coffee and bring out your computers and stay all daggone day, because we've got to respect the fact that this is a business. But I can understand why so many people come and they don't leave.
I think it's very familial.
It's very familiar.
Yeah, like you feel the warmth, I think, when you walk in the door.
From everybody.
And it's just a realness. It's not, you know, like people can put on airs and, like you said, go into a place and say, hey, how you doing? What can I do for you? Like, there's nothing behind that. I think that because of us being such a tight-knit group of people. I mean, some of my family works for me. My niece is the barista manager. She operates and runs all of the front end, trained Asia. She trained every barista. God. Then there's Devin, who's a co-manager who helps Asia out, and they helped name every drink. They helped name even your drink, the drink that's named after you.
Hey,
this is our first loyal customer, our first repeat customer, our first regular who we named a drink after, and they knew that there was something special about you. Your order was special. And so we knew we had to name a drink after our most fabulous regular. Wow. And that's how we got the Monarch Latte, the butterfly.
Does anybody else order it?
They know about it. I think maybe 2 or 3 other people, because it's on our secret menu. We have a secret menu that yes, on our website. If you know, you know. We direct the regulars know. So if they want to be in the know, go to our website.
Oh, well, hey. let me go up and make sure I'm in the know.
Because I ordered off of that one. You've already ordered off the secret menu before. Not much is secret to you, Madam Butterfly.
No, it can't be. Because you know what? I really feel family when I come to you. And I look at your son and your daughter are both in there.
Yes.
They add a lot of light. Tell me about their involvement with you.
Absolutely. You know, when I talk about the creation of Cafe Bartique, it actually started with my entire family. It was my sister, my niece Asia. It was my kids. I think my husband was in the other room working on a computer or something, doing what he does, nerding out. But I think that it was raining one day, the power was off, and we talked about if we had a restaurant, what would it look like? What are some of the things that we'd like to see? All this came from a day when the power was out. We just talked about, and it was probably 4 years later is when we opened up Cafe Bartique with no idea that.
Has it been 4 years?
No, I'm saying it was 2021, I think, or something when we talked about it.
Okay.
And then 4 years later, 2020. That's when the pandemic started.
Yeah.
So 4 years later is when we opened it. And it was we had this notebook that I recently found with just things that we wrote down that were really integral in us doing this restaurant of ours. There's so many things that aligned from that notebook I found that we actually have in the coffee shop right now.
Now, we're going to stop and pause on that point right there. What you have said is something very, very integral. Now, as we say that this is podcast, if you want to call it that, it's about dressing and addressing.
Yes.
I'm here to address needs and things. What you said was something that addresses what a lot of people should be aware of, and that's the power of the pen.
Ooh. And the power of words.
And words. Mm-hmm. Okay? The power of the things that you say and impart and put into the universe. You've got to be careful of what you emit.
Be careful what you ask for.
Yes.
Yeah, but it also goes to a testimony about how God works. And how God can put these thoughts into your heart, into your mind, and if you want them and you pray about them, they come to fruition. That is faith.
That's law.
That period.
That's law. That's faith. That's law.
That's what it is. So I think that I think about that a lot, even as an owner, an entrepreneur, about what is required to elevate my business. To scale my business, to next level my business. I didn't get here just because. I got here because we planned this. I talked about this. I prayed for this. So now, even with the hard days, I think last year there was 1 month I worked 32 days in a row.
And I can tell you.
32 days.
I can tell you when it was because that's when I knew I really loved you, Angela, because I saw that on your face, and it concerned me, but I also knew the parallel between what I've done in my life when I started Madam Butterfly 2 on Washington Lane in Philadelphia. Those days when I'd pull my grid down and people would think the store was closed, but I was spending the night because I wasn't finished.
Thank you.
And that's what it takes to make any business that we do successful. Not that we have to work our fingers to the bone, because I'm growing spiritually to know that we don't have to kill ourselves to show that we are diligent, but we have to be intentional.
Absolutely. So I think that you said something that was very key. Like you said, you recognize that, because recognize grit. And that's what I saw. I knew that already with you. And you were very encouraging during that time, because you saw me, you knew, you asked how I was doing. And I'm like, I'm holding on. And again, I'm not encouraging people to just work, like you said, your fingers to the bone, or work so much where you lose yourself. But you need to be able to do what you need to do to continue to make your business what you want it to be.
You know what? I'm going to share something else with you, because you're putting out some nuggets for those that will watch this. And I know there are going to be a lot of people that will see this, because number one, it has been an inspired reaction to start this. Because, and I want to parallel this, in my business, it's not just so much important that I dress them, but that when they come, there's a sense of completion.
Yes.
And like when I would come to the coffee shop, let me tell you something, I got a lot of stuff to do. I'm dealing with chocolate children 24/7. That's my students, okay? Chocolate children. I'm dealing with a husband. He's so sweet. My husband is so supportive of me.
So
and
adorable.
He reminds me of your husband. And that was all these different parallels that I was seeing. Because your husband was pulling that little cart in, and with he got the biggest smile in the universe. This man smiles all the time.
It does.
I thought his face was frozen. You know
It
what I mean?
does.
But he's so nice. And then my husband, he may not be grinning, but he's right there with me all the time.
Yes.
And
what a blessing. Are we not blessed?
Girl, yes. And you know what? I just put it out here for all of us to put it out here. If you write it down, you get your intention clear, there are people.
Yes.
And that's all I'm going to say on that one. That's another podcast. But to get back to the point is to see you operating on purpose and authentic. It parallels something that we do. Sometimes you said you wrote something down. Okay, there's this thing called the vision board, okay?
Yes.
The vision board, you stick little pieces of paper and little things on there to remind you of where it is you want to go, what it is that you want to manifest. And
Right.
I've had vision boards. But as I grow, and I'm bringing this to you, as I've grown in my spirit, it's no longer a vision board. It's a be, do, and become board.
Ooh, I like that.
Be. And I heard you say things that you were being something and before you became it.
Absolutely.
And that's the whole ticket. If I could have them take away from what your story is that you've lived that be, do, and you have become a place of a destination.
Absolutely.
I've sent everybody I know there. I say, oh, God, you got to go over
We've seen
there.
them all come in.
And I said, make sure
Constance sent me. And what does she drink? We get that all the time.
They want to know because they think you lace it with heroin or something.
Not the heroin. I'm a caffeine dealer, okay?
You know what?
I push caffeine. That's
She
the only thing I push.
pushes caffeine.
It's caffeine.
And you know what? But they want to know, what is it? And I said, you got to go for yourself. And then they become your customers.
Absolutely.
I'm almost telling you, everybody that I got my Montez, I know you're going to hear about this. I got all these people that I know go to you with regularity because of this sincerity. And that's what is apparent where you are.
Thank you.
At Cafe Bartique.
I am so
It's
appreciative
sincere.
and so grateful for you. I'm grateful that we met. I'm grateful that we become friends. I'm grateful that we become family. You're one of the probably 10 customers that started out as customers and then become friends and then family. I probably can, like I said, 10 people I know that are regulars that I say, I love you. Love you.
Yeah.
And it's a genuine love that I felt for people I would not have met if I didn't have this coffee shop.
And just think of that. You met them and that we met you and that I've met other people. I've gotten customers. Oh gosh, why am I I always get everybody's name messed up. But she works with you. I love her. She's become one of my...
Eva.
Eva. Not only her, the one that deals with the yoga and the real estate.
That's Eva. Yvonne.
Oh, you call it. Now, see, you messed me up.
Yvonne is her government. I call it Eva. That's her nickname.
Okay,
Eva.
you know what? Yvonne. And I'm giving a shout out to Yvonne. And we might do a podcast on her. But I've met people like that. The quality just continues. Okay?
Aww.
What would you lend to someone thinking like you, wanting to start a business, or what? Give me some pearls, because who you are and what you've become, you can't be stingy with it. It's for the universe.
Oh, absolutely.
You're not
Listen,
stingy.
I'm not a gatekeeper
You
at all
are
about
not a
any of these things.
gatekeeper.
I'm going to keep it 100. 100.
She's for real.
I'm from Mississippi, so the country comes out
Girl, bring it out.
often.
That's called homeboy. Bring out the homeboy.
So I think some of the things I would tell an aspiring entrepreneur is to, especially with a brick and mortar hit different, because that means that there's a physical location that you are in charge of. That morning, noon, and night, your name is the first name that's going to be called if anything happens. Number one, be prepared mentally to take care of the space, whatever that space is, whatever your space is, wherever you sell your fares, your wares, wherever that place is. Be ready to take care of that space.
Okay.
That's one thing.
Number one.
That's number one. Number two is to be able to be a good leader, you have to be a good servant. You have to learn how to serve.
Whoa.
I have 12 employees. There's not one thing I would ask them to do that I have not done. Not one.
Or that you don't do.
Currently don't do.
I see that.
We've had mishaps in our bathroom. I don't just tell them to go do that. That is my job. As a leader, I have to learn to be a good servant. And I've learned that over the many, many years. And I'm not afraid to get down in the trenches with my team. So that's number two. To be a good leader, you have to be a good servant.
Okay.
That's number two. Number three is, and I had to learn this the hard way, what other people think of you is none of your business.
Whoa.
You're not going to be able to, listen, everybody's not going to be your friend. Everybody's not going to like you. And even in business, I had to learn this the hard way too. Everybody's not going to like your product or your whatever it is that you're selling. It's just not for everybody. I would love for it to be for everybody, but that's not realistic. And it's not real. Your business is not going to be for everybody. But for the people who it is for, you take care of them wholeheartedly, 100%. Another thing I think is really integral to me and very helpful for me to understand is taking care of my team. Like those young people, whoever I hire, you're part of a team. We take care of each other. You're not walking to your car alone at night when we close. Christmas bonus. Team outing. We're going to do all the things so we stay connected because we're a community. The coffee shop is community. It's a community hub. And for the hub to run well, I got to take care of the people that help run the hub.
You've got to show them what it looks like by the fact that you live by example. And that's very important. You have young people that work for you. And I know being a team player in teaching, but it's the deal. There's things I've got to do. Like I tell them, you need to be on time. So that means I got to be there, which means there's been 5 times since I've been coming to your coffee shop where I didn't get my coffee because I was running late and I had to make a decision to get your husband to come back. 3 other times he came back to do it. Other 2 times he said, he ain't doing this. He said, you should have had your behind out here a little earlier and I'm not going to do it. So I had a little attitude, but I was ready the next day. So I'm saying to you, you are not just running a business, you are creating a life experience. And everything we do, we are mirroring one another.
Absolutely.
We're all a piece of pie. We've got if we were to look at God, and I want to use this as it relates to your business.
Sure.
If you look at God, or whatever you call it, because like I said, this is not a religious hookup, okay? But I'm not going to not bring in that thing that is common with us and that has sustained us.
Absolutely.
And that is our knowingness that if you look at whatever it is you believe in, like it's a piece of pie, okay? That pie has all the components of the little piece. Mm-hmm. So that means you a piece of the Big Mac.
Pretty much.
That's what Bartique is to me. It's a piece of the Big Mac.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You have all the components and attributes of what we need to be more like as business owners, as people, as African American women. Mm-hmm. All of those things that we can go after grants for. But that's
if we can still go after grants, because they're trying to change all that is in this environment. But I digress.
But you know what? We release that too. Because we cannot be in it. We just got to ride above it. Because if we do, we'll be brought down by it. So when I come to get my cup of coffee, that is a moment of me not focusing in on what isn't. Because when I come to you, it is what it is.
I love that. I love that. So thank you so much for saying that. I appreciate that. And one of the things that I always talk about this whenever I talk to anybody about my business is one of the things I'm the most proudest of in the business is me employing many of the LGBTQ community.
Tell us about that.
Absolutely. So the LGBTQ community, mostly trans people, have the highest rate of unemployment. It's very hard for them to find jobs, in certain areas. But, in my space, there's a welcomeness and an openness for everyone.
Everybody.
To see people as people and not as who they lay down with or who it's none of anybody's business. None of that's our business. But it is my business as an entrepreneur and also as a mother. I have a trans child. It's my business to make sure that other people that look like my child are employed and have a place to work.
Ooh, girl, that's some powerful stuff.
So yeah, that's one of the things I can say that I'm very proud of. And I think that I know that God has blessed me to be able to love unconditionally. Love without condition is a powerful thing. And that's what you find in our space. You find that love without condition.
It's the truth. It's the truth. I mean, it's not too many things that I have left unsaid in terms of where this is, but I want to cap it up for those that will be, and we're speaking this into existence, will be following us as we dress and address. That at Cafe Bartique, one, you feel a spirit of calm, a spirit of love, a spirit of acceptance, a spirit of quality, a spirit of forgiving yourself for being late and trying to kill your husband to get there so you could get to school on time. You have so many things that are in this one space. And all I can say to you is, Angela, is thank you. Thank you for being.
Thank you. I appreciate
and thank you for being here with me. I was determined when we first filmed you and we did it in your shop without the professionalism of Devin. We were professional, but we needed a space that was perfect. And they at first said, well, we could use hers as a clip that we're going to send out. I said, it's my friend. I'm putting her in the real deal spot because you need to have that spotlight on you, on your business, and what you do for all of us. And thank you for being that thing that I go to every morning right after I've looked at my ceiling fan. I do my alignment on what I want my day to look like.
Yes.
I turn around, put my feet on the floor, go take a shower, because I wanted people to love me.
Yes.
Take my shower, and then I go get my coffee from Cafe Bartique with Angela Ingraham, my friend.
Thank you so much, my dear.
Thank you. I love you.
I love you too.
Okay, yes. And so it is. So as we wrap this episode up, I just want to thank you. Start your day first with a clear idea of whose you are and who you are. Get your feet on the floor, but know that it's going to be a day that you're predetermining how it's going to be. And then go get a good cup of coffee from Cafe Bartique. Now that we're looking at Angela, really wonderful overcoat placed on some stretched leather pants, she is absolutely fantastic. This is one of my special pieces, and I love this. I love what I could do with this. This is Madame Butterfly dressing it up. Take that top and put it with something else. Put it with some black stretch pants. You don't know. You need to check with MadameButterflyTOO.com.
We're just friends.
You
And
know-
she just
But it's
she
what
does
it
love the
is.
coffee. She drives 15, 20 minutes. Not
Every
five.
day.
Not 5. 20 minutes to come get coffee.
Every
She passed 2 other coffee shops on the way to
Oh
my
my God.
shop. That's
I
love.
love her.
That's
I
love.
love her.
And
And
we
my
love her.
husband, I have arguments with my husband in the morning when he's driving me to school. He said, "We're not going to have time to get our coffee." I said, "Yes, we will. I'll be late. Just get my shit."